When we button up our clothes, we rarely think about how those buttons are made. If you think a button is just a piece of molded plastic, you're wrong. Creating one takes not only modern technology but real craftsmanship. Designing it, choosing a durable material, making it beautiful, comfortable, and long-lasting, all of this takes an enormous amount of work. How is such a seemingly simple thing made, and how did this business begin? Back then, many factories and garment manufacturers in Kazakhstan were operating, producing Kazakh-made goods. But there was a problem with supplying those enterprises with buttons, with garment accessories in general. That's when we started thinking about organizing our own production of garment accessories. This button factory was founded in the early 90s in Qazaqstan. At the time, it became one of the first local enterprises at the dawn of entrepreneurship in the region. It was a period when a new economy was taking shape, when the old Soviet supply chains had collapsed and demand for local production was high. For a young company, it was a time for bold decisions and a fast start. While the market was restructuring, the need for garment factories was only growing, and a group of like-minded people decided to launch this ambitious project.
Было организовано предприятие, зарегистрировано и приобретен первый станок.
We officially registered the company and bought our first machine to mold plastic. We made our own molds and started production. We've been doing this for 10, 15 years now, and we still continue.
Значит, на протяжении, наверное, 10 или 15 лет мы делали эту продукцию и продолжаем делать, но в те времена.
Back in those days, every region has its own garment factory, so demand was enormous. And those factories were making uniforms for the army, for the police.
Обшивали, силовые структуры, то есть армию, полицию. Спрос был огромный, и практически мы наращивали производство.
Demand was huge, so we kept growing. We bought more machines and made more products, up to 1 million pieces.
Изготавливалось в больших объемах, в миллионах штук. Номенклатура разная. Мы можем ее потом представить и показать.
We had many different types of buttons. We can show you. But over time, we needed to produce even more and offer new designs. So we had to think about expanding.
Значит, номенклатура новую, которую нужно было выпускать, то есть вставал вопрос увеличения объемов производства.
From day one, the goal was not just to make a product, but to build a real business and create jobs. Over the years, the company has grown a lot, increased its capacity, and became known as a reliable producer that guarantees the quality of every button. Today, making a button is a complex process with several important steps, from preparing the raw material to packing the final batch.
Используем также, чтобы пуговицу или делать изделия.
To make buttons in different colors, we use special dyes for plastic. We work with a company from Almaty. It's a joint Kazakh-Russian production. We buy our dyes from them, so we can make buttons in any color you need.
И можем любую гамму цветов изготавливать. Сейчас силовики все равно у нас закупают.
We still make buttons for the army and the police. They don't buy directly from us. The factories that make their uniforms do. So we still produce 3 or 4 types of military buttons.
3 или 4 вида. Чисто идет эта номенклатура под армейские пуговицы. Особенно.
Look at this. Dress shirts with shank buttons and these small size 11 buttons. All of them are made by us here in Kazakhstan. Today, the company's products are in demand across the country. Over the years, they have built a wide supply network and learned to adapt. taking on both large orders and working with small local brands and tailor shops. They supply quality accessories to key regions of Kazakhstan.
Пуговицы, я говорил, вот где-то около
We have around 20 different types of buttons. Of course, there are no huge garment factories left like before. But people still order from us, from Almaty, from Pavlodar, from Astana, especially small businesses and individual entrepreneurs with small batches. They are trying to survive and they come to us.
То есть практически наши изделия, вот пуговицы.
We make the buttons and ship them out. So our products go all over Kazakhstan. The orders aren't as huge as they used to be because large factories have been replaced by smaller workshops, but we still get a steady volume throughout the year.
Производство ТПшки и прочее. Но тем не менее объем какой-то мы по году набираем.
Today, this family business is growing in several areas at once. Besides buttons, they also produce electrical components and furniture fittings, things we use in everyday life. This way, the company keeps up with market demand and is constantly expanding its product range.
Когда здесь под боком начало строительство этого.
When the construction of Astana began right here next door, there was suddenly a big need for electrical products.
Поэтому мы уже запустили второе направление, это изделия электрические.
So we launched our second line, electrical components, different mounting sockets, control cabinets. That became our new direction.
У нас появилось новое направление, это электротехнические изделия.
Today, the company also makes another in-demand product, insulating caps for electrical networks. These small parts are responsible for safety and reliable operation of infrastructure. The factory supplies them to the largest energy holdings and regional grid companies in Kazakhstan, who have chosen this local producer for its consistent quality for many years.
Параллельно начали оживать в Казахстане, значит, производство мебели.
At the same time, furniture production started to recover in Kazakhstan. That also required a quick response from us, and we responded to the needs of those manufacturers.
Производств запустили эту мебельную фурнитуру, начали изготавливать различные.
We launched furniture fittings. We started making different furniture legs, fasteners.
Фурнитура тоже есть, она обширна. Таким образом, это третье направление, которое мы начали.
The range is quite wide, so that became the third direction we started at our plant.
Этим занимались как освоением данных производств. Параллельно.
While we were developing these lines, we were also developing consumer goods. There are about 40 different items, buckets, scoops, all kinds of household items.
Для населения. Поэтому появилась и четвертая.
So the fourth direction became consumer goods. That's what our product range looks like today.
Номенклатура и производственная линейка нашего предприятия.
On one machine, we're now molding a furniture lag. This is furniture support number 2. On the other machine, an electrical box.
Нет, а вот это вот тоже под мебель, называется латодержатель.
For furniture as well, it's called a holder. We have an order right now, a holder used for making beds, and this furniture lag.
Вот мебель. Вот эти два изделия сейчас есть заказ на.
These two items are in production right now, so whatever is in the order today, that's what we produce.
То, что есть в заказе, они производятся.
Today, 15 people work at the enterprise, and the annual turnover is stable at around 50 million tenge. From the very beginning, this production was created as a team of like-minded people, and the whole family immediately got involved. More than 30 years later, the family business continues to grow steadily, They are introducing modern technologies, expanding their product line, and strengthening their position in the domestic market.
Это по году в тенге 50 миллионов.
That's per year. In tenge, 50 million. Yes, the turnover is not huge, but it's enough to support our team of 15 people and pay a decent salary. Our salary is around 350-400,000 tenge per month.
В месяц. Дочь Наталья Александровна.
My daughter Natalia Alexandrovna is our inspiration and, as they say, the driving force, especially when it comes to organizing and participating in tenders, in various competitions, and working with suppliers. She handles all of that.
Взаимодействие с поставщиками. Она этим делом занимается.
Наше предприятие было основано в 90.
Our company was founded in 1992. I was born in 1991, so I've been involved in some way for my whole conscious life.
Мне было лет
I remember my dad bringing buttons home very well. I was 6 or 7 years old, and there were these huge bags because the volumes were large. The thing is, a button comes out with extra plastic around it, called flash, and each button has to be cleaned by hand. I remember being 7 or 8, sitting and watching TV, and the whole family was trimming and cleaning every single button. So I can say I've been involved since I was a child. But my conscious involvement, when I started doing management and really bringing value to the company, began when I was 25. I learned how to do tender procurement. We started participating in government procurement in various competitions, so all the activities related to advertising, attracting clients, government procurement, and even some accounting work. And in general, a family business means you do everything. You help with whatever you can. If something needs to be delivered somewhere, we would go and send it. When you work in a family business, you take on all the responsibility. You know that a lot depends on you, and these are your close people. So the level of responsibility is much higher here. And plus, since we know each other so well, we can say everything directly. We can sort things out immediately.
То есть какие-то моменты сразу порешать.
The entrepreneur showed us how plastic products are made. We saw with our own eyes how, thanks to modern technology and the meticulous work of specialists, raw material is transformed step by step into a finished product.
У нас есть участок инструментальный, изготавливаем пресс-формы, которые...
We have a tooling shop where we make molds that are then installed on the machine, and then the products are molded. We look for what products are needed, then I participate in designing the molds and putting them on a blueprint. And then the tooling shop brings the mold to life, so to speak. They install the mold on the molding machine and we produce the items.
Как говорится, пресс-форму, а ставя пресс-форму на термопласт-автомат, мы выливаем изделие.
It's a competitive market. It's not just about launching new products. It's about focusing on national standards and what the market really needs. Today, quality, reliability, and being a trusted Kazakh brand are their biggest advantages. So what is the company's mission and why it is recognized at the highest level?
Какими? Мы, значит, что отечественные товары.
First of all, we are a local manufacturer. Second, we are doing import substitution, which is exactly what our leadership and the president are calling for. That local companies should start making products that Kazakhstan needs, so we don't have to import them. That's what we do, and we're proud of it.
И они являются импортозамещением. Это вот мы делаем и этим, по крайней мере, гордимся. Ну и естественно.
We also take part in exhibitions and our products win prizes there. That proves we are making what the country really needs.
Призовые места, и это говорит о том, что мы действительно занимаемся тем, что нужно, продукция нужна в Казахстане, а раз мы на лучший товар участвуем, то, естественно, наша...
Our products are in demand and our quality is certified. We've been getting our STKZ certificate, proof that we are a made in Kazakhstan manufacturer, for 10 years now.
В течение там 10 лет мы его получали, то есть мы закрепляли и доказывали, что мы товаропроизводители Казахстана, и наша продукция, вот она, казахстанская.
Про нас знают, что нам
People know us, and that feels great.
предприятие.
Even though we are a small family-run business that primarily supports our own family, people know us. Many Kazakh companies have been working with us for 10, 15 years. And that helps us win competitions and take prizes.
Все это нам
When we participate in contests, the city administration comes up to us, recognizes us, thanks us for our work.
всегда нас.
Of course, that's an incredible feeling.
Поэтому это, конечно, невероятно приятно.
So what is the secret to success? Is it just about modern technology, or is it all about experience, knowledge, and hard work? The entrepreneur answered without hesitation.
Во-первых, это, наверное, наше упорство. То есть мы,
First of all, it's probably our persistence. Honestly, especially at my age, I was taught to work hard since I was a child. Then I worked at industrial plants, at defense plants.
под которые попали под конверсию, половина позакрывалась, да, большинство.
Of course, many of them were affected by conversion, half of them closed down. But the specialists remained. And all those skills and that mindset that we got at those plants, we later put into practice when we opened our own production and mastered new products.
Производство, освоив новые изделия, и вот это вот
So it's this persistence and forward thinking to keep working and to meet the needs of the Kazakh market. I think that's an achievement. And it's not just an achievement, it's also what our country once invested in us.
то, что в нас когда-то государство вложило.
И очень интересно, что когда я была маленькая, я
It's funny, when I was little, for some reason I was always embarrassed to talk about our business. Because when we came here, there were machines, oil, it was stuffy. It wasn't a very pretty kind of work. And I never told anyone that we had a factory. Because everyone else's parents had. Someone was a salesperson, someone was selling jeans, someone was selling clothes, and we had these buttons, everything covered in oil, something incomprehensible. So I never even told people what we do.
постарше начала.
Only when I got older and started to understand the importance of what we do, of course, I started to be proud and started talking about it myself.
Сейчас я
So now, I am very proud that my father was able to set up such an enterprise in those difficult times.
такое предприятие.
And we've been through so much in all these years. We went through the collapse of the Soviet Union when it all started. We went through global crisis. We went through a huge number of contracts with other countries that created a lot of competition for us. Yes, it was quite difficult to compete with them. We went through all of that and we're still afloat. And of course, that makes me very happy and very proud.
И, конечно, это меня очень сильно радует, и я этим очень горда.
A company with a 30-year history continues to grow confidently today. This small family business has managed to combine several production lines, betting on making products that are truly needed in the country. And the company has many plans for the future.
Планы на будущее.
Our plans for the future, of course, are to preserve this legacy, to expand it, to expand our product range, so that more and more people learn about us. And I hope that my brother and I will be a worthy continuation of our father's enterprise, so that he can be proud of us. He says, I'm already tired, I don't want to work anymore. And I hope that when he really does step back and we continue all of this, he will be proud of us too, and that we will be able to do it well.
Достойно.
Мы стараемся освоить то изделие,
We try to take on products that other companies can't handle. Products that require investment, skill, and knowledge.
то есть мы не хватаемся за
We
легкую
don't go for the easy products that can compete with imports later. We take on the products that are actually in demand in Kazakhstan, and we make them.
да, мы за него беремся и делаем.